good, I'm always heading somewhere else. And why am I always so insecure? Cause I'm always feeling like there's something missing, that I'm needing something more. Why my head's gonna be like this, put too much pressure on myself. As soon as something's going good, I'm always heading somewhere else. Got my head against the wall, can't hold on, I think I'll fall. It's already that shit in your soul. It's already that shit in your soul. Too fucked up down in Tokyo. Pour another drink to drown my sorrows. Got these demons in my head again. Would I beat them? Guess they never left. Too fucked up down in Tokyo. Pour another drink to drown my sorrows. Got these demons in my head again. Would I beat them? Guess they never left.
Sorry, your part's over now. Here, go play hero with this.
Can we try start over again? At least try to be friends. But you just want it to end. Well, I'm sorry. Never thought we'd end up like this. Knowing the last time we kissed, I thought I wouldn't be missing no worries. 'Cause I'm just trying to find my way out. I feel so helpless in this broken town. I'm glad you got your new friends now. Left me alone and I'm falling down. Yeah, I'm falling down. And don't be acting like you miss me. Yeah, I made mistakes, but then you switch up and you ditch me. Feel so fucking empty, wrote this song, so maybe you'll see that I'm my own worst enemy. So sit and watch me bleed. I haven't slept in weeks, thinking how you hurt me. Can we try start over again? At least try to be friends. But you just want it to end. Well, I'm sorry. Never thought we'd end up like this. Knowing the last time we kissed, I thought I wouldn't be missing no worries. 'Cause I'm just trying to find my way out. I feel so helpless in this broken town. I'm glad you got your new friends now. Left me alone and I'm falling down. Yeah, I'm falling down.
The Daycare Lad.
I hate being alone with my thoughts, I just want to drown them out. But I can't stop thinking of how we used to be, and the weight of the world is crashing down on me. I just don't know if I can do this on my own.
Sorry guys, just got a few streaming problems going on.
Am I really safe on my own? I don't know, I feel so lonely. Now that I'm home, I just feel so fucking empty. I loved and I lost, I just hope that you remember me. But now that you're gone, I just feel so fucking empty. Am I really safe on my own? I don't know, I feel so lonely. Now that I'm home, I just feel so fucking empty. I loved and I lost, I just hope that you remember me. But now that you're gone, I feel like I lost a part of me. I feel like I lost a part of me. I feel like I lost a part of me. And I've been thinking too much lately, wondering why you hate me. Try not to let it get to me, but can't you see I'm suffering? I'm not sure how I've hurt you. I only wanted what was best for you. Maybe you're better off like that. I guess I'm better in a body bag. You think I'm better in a body bag? Don't tell me that. You know that I never wanted to fucking make you sad. It kills me, and to be honest, I want to hold your hand. I want to hold your hand. A body bag. You think I'm better in a body bag? Don't tell me that. You know that I never wanted to fucking make you sad.
Right, seems to be all up and running now, I hope. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it all goes. As it is almost 5 AM for me. Late. Very late. The first egg of the night, will it be it? No, it won't. That'd be a nice return to streaming and to shiny hunting, wouldn't it? It says that Ponytail was my last shiny, but I honestly don't remember doing that at all. I must have got it at some stage. The only time I remember getting Ponytail was in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and that was time ago. So we'll have to check the box and see if it's in there. If it is this game that I got it on, it could have been a different one. But I honestly do not remember for the life of me. Remember there's a certain way you can go where you can just hold one button and it just goes round and round and round? I think it might be like here. Nope. I'm sure there was a way to do it. I'm interested to see if we've got Ponyta. Because I definitely don't have a clip of it. This is what I get for having an energy drink at like 10 o'clock. And sleeping until 6 p.m. Just one of them days. But you know, I've set all my streaming stuff up now. Hopefully it'll all work out. We'll have to see. It's been a while. Right, let's see if we've got this ponytail. It must be a different game because I'm not seeing ponytail here at all. Got Pikachu now. That was a very fun hunt, but unfortunately, don't have a clip of it for some reason. Don't know why. And it was a special hunt. Mudkip. I think the majority of these are Masuda. But again, don't think I have all of these clips. Which is a shame. I wasn't very on top of things until all my VODs got deleted. This one here is very special. This is one of the first shinies I ever got. On my own. I actually got 2 shinies in one after the other. I wonder if it says the year. I'm sure it'll be 2012. What year did X and Y come out? 2013, yeah. Look at that. It's mad. That's over 10 years ago, that shiny. Excuse me. It's this time of night where I wish I had snacks and I don't have any. This one should be done in no time. Snivy. With me on your mind. Are you all alone? Is that me on my own? Let's see if it'll be in the next 5. well themed music for this island. Didn't realise I hadn't got the 5th one yet. Lego Bay Love, how we doing? Welcome on in. You're very surprised to find someone stream this? Hey, we love a bit of a Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Especially here at the Battle Resort. Going round in circles and circles and circles. Hoping to hatch an egg of a different colour. I'm sure you know how it goes. But how we doing anyway? Well, I'm going to go reset over and over till I see a different colour type null. Oh, nice. Well, good luck on that. Very good Pokemon, though. I need to get back into Sun and Moon. There's a fair few hunts that I haven't done on there myself. Like, I haven't really done any of the Ultra Wormholes. And that's one thing that I spent ages trying to get to. I literally only played that version of the game because I was quite salty when it first came out because of how similar the game was to Sun and Moon. Now, I know it's Ultra Sun and Moon, but the start of the game is pretty much a carbon copy. So I was a bit like, what am I doing playing the same game? So it took me a good few years to actually suck it up and beat it, and then I actually really enjoyed the game. I thought it was incredible. It was a nice improvement on the Sun and Moon series. And then I never did any of the wormhole hunts, which was my intended purpose for beating the game. You should do that before April. I know the bank isn't shutting down, but just in case. That's a good point. I need to have a look into take a look into my Pokemon bank. I've not gone into it in a very long time. But cheers for the heads up. But I think I'm also happy keeping my shinies that I've caught over here. But in terms of dex completion and stuff, it probably is a good idea. Are you tracking your hunt at all, or are you just resetting blindly? Which is probably the best way to do it. You don't know how long you've been doing it for then, do you? Yeah, you're about to start. Well, good luck. Wishing you all the shiny luck. Matt, we're only on 40 eggs here, so we're not too far. You know, we're not even close to being anywhere near the odds. We've got, well, a long way to go. Is shiny hunting something you do regularly, or have you just recently got into it? You do it on and off. Yeah, I'm the same. This is my first hunt in probably... Now, I streamed heavily in 2018 through 2019. And then between 2020 and now, I've been really on and off with my streaming. But I'll only ever shiny hunt if I'm streaming. It's kind of like my main thing here on Twitch. And it's a New Year's resolution to get back into streaming. So this is kind of like my first proper stream back. It's my first shiny hunting stream back. So I thought I'd do something easy for now. Do some eggs. Get myself back into the flow. And then open it up to 2 or 3 games. So I normally do shiny hunt on 3 games at once. But yeah, I'm slowly trying to get back into it. Recently got Latias and Latias and Ultra Sun and Moon, and still hunting the Crowsman Sword and Shield. Wow, that's awesome. That is really cool. Good luck on Necrozma there. I do hate how there's no shiny legends with Indigo Disc. I unfortunately had to sell my copy of Pokemon Scarlet, so I've not actually played any of the DLC, even like the first half and the new recent one. But that is a shame that they've shiny locked the legends. It would have been really nice to have a Ho-Oh and Lugia hunt, even with like the newer people. I've not looked too much into the DLC, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I did see a lot of footage. I don't know if it's the most recent DLC that's come out, but you could take over the Pokemon's body and roam as them, which seemed pretty wild. Unfortunately, this year has been quite hard for me financially. I say this year, the past year. And it just came to it where I just needed the money immediately, and that was just one of the things that I had on hand that I could sell to get a little bit of money that would keep me afloat for a little bit. But you know, it's just swings and roundabouts really. I'll be able to buy the game soon. I'm looking at getting it on my next paycheck actually, because me and a friend recently caught up again tonight, and he was telling me about the new DLC and how it's his favourite Pokemon game in a while. So I was like, oh, you're making me jealous there. I need to get back into Scarlet. Because I beat the story. I did one hunt on it. Don't really understand the whole sandwich method. So there's a lot I still need to learn for Sword and Shield. Not Sword and Shield. Pokemon Scarlet. But I managed to get a Rockruff. Because you can go online with everyone, can't you? So it's a game that I really want to get, especially from a streaming point of view. It's a good community game to have. So it's not something I sold because I didn't play it. It was something like, you know, just one of them life things. But you know, I'll get it back. I won't be gone forever. It's a good thing the save file saves to your console. The DLC's made you love Scarlet and Violet even more. I do remember it had quite a messy launch. Now, like, I can understand why, but I loved the game myself. I thought it was brilliant. It took me a while to finish the Area Zero. Is that what it was called? Ground Zero, something like that. The post game content. But I did really enjoy the game. I thought it was great. Obviously, like, some of the performance issues could have probably been fleshed out a little bit more, but it's a Pokemon game at the end of the day. You don't need it to look like, you know, a shiny new car. If it plays as it should, that's all that matters. And I think they did a great job on it. I think the characters were amazing as well. Like, the story itself was really well thought out. So yeah, I didn't hate it. That is good though, yeah. Having the game straight saved to the Switch instead of the card, yeah. Exactly. What have you just thought? I did. They should have a code with every game, then if you lose your cartridge, you can download the game for free from the code for no extra cost. That would be really good, but they would also make no money, because everyone could just buy the game and then sell the physical copy. But I do like the idea. It would save me a lot of money. The one thing that I love about, like, I'm not emulating right now. I'm quite fortunate to have a 3DS capture card and a Nintendo DS capture card, so I am actually able to stream my actual copies of the games. But the thing that I do love about emulation is that it does preserve the games. So like, luckily, so I do have a hacked DS. And while I do everything legit and I own all my Pokemon games and that's like the only thing I stream, one thing I have the benefit of is backing up my save file. So if one thing I used to do was before I got a capture card, I was able to send my save file from my game to my computer. I could load that save file onto my computer and play my Omega Ruby on the emulator on there. But I'm quite old school. I love doing everything as it should be played. So I only did that as like a temporary thing while I was streaming. I managed to save up enough money to get myself a capture card. And then I was able to send all my save file from my computer back to my DS. And I had all my shinies on there, what I caught on the PC. So that was quite useful, and stuff like that I think is amazing because you're able to preserve your games, because obviously nothing lasts forever, and the older things get, the more fragile things get, and it's easy to lose stuff. And luckily, data can be backed up. Whereas obviously Nintendo never intended for me to be able to send my save file to my computer and play Pokemon with an Xbox controller, but I was able to do it. And it might be something that I do think about doing again in the future, because not only is it better quality, because it can run the game in 4K, which is mad to think about. For example, this game here, Omega Ruby, there is a problem with the chip. They manufactured it with a different kind of chip. I don't know if you heard of this story, but a lot of the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire games actually just break suddenly. And there's no way of fixing it or stopping it. It's just the way they manufactured the game. And eventually that chip will die and the game will disappear and all my save file will go. But until then, I'll keep backing up my game as long as I can. I might even be able to get oh no, I can't, because the 3DS store closed down. I was going to say I could get a digital copy of the game, and then I don't even have to worry about it breaking. Which is one pro of having a digital game, is you can't lose it then, but it's a bit of a hit and miss really. I'm definitely pro for having physical collection of games. I do hope we see a Pokemon collection announced in February, as it would be very nice, and every legend, mythical and other, would be unlocked. Yes, now this is one thing I was just talking with my friend, is now that this DLC is come out and it's finally finished, it kind of, unless they plan on doing more with Scarlet and Violet, which I hope they do, this is technically the end of Scarlet and Violet's life for the releases. They will probably do more events and stuff and mystery gifts and all that jazz, but this is probably the end. So we're now looking at the next release. And they normally, like, this is what I was saying to my friend before, is we're now in this section where they release a remake of a game, and the next remake to technically come out is a Gen 5 remake. And I was explaining to my friend that when I played that game for the first time, I hated it. I really did hate Gen 5. And when I was going through the Pokédex with him, I was like, actually, I did really enjoy this gen. The nostalgia is hitting hard, and I would happily play a Gen 5 remake. It just took me a very long time to get into back in the day. And that would be really cool to see, but it would be even better if they just released all of the games, if not all of them, maybe released Gen 1 at least, maybe Gen 2, on the Game Boy collection. It would make everyone so happy. And if they did it over the next 2 years, they could easily, for the next 2 years, re-release the Pokemon games through the Nintendo service. And the amount of people that would flock to it, but it is also Pokemon. People throw money at it. People really do throw money at it. And they could probably sell it as a collection and get, hundreds of thousands of pounds, dollars, yen, whatever currency you pay in, you will be able to, they will get millions of it just by releasing the collection. So it's a strange one. I'd love them to release it through the online service for free, but I doubt it. They have to monetize it in some way. You probably could, with the eye patch of a pirate, download of it. Yeah, there is a possible, like, I could download the game online. But for now, while it's working, I'm gonna make as much use out of this as I possibly can, because it has been sat in a cupboard for a few years, not gonna lie. I would love for them to make another Legends game as well. That would be really cool. Like if we got like Legends Celebi or something along those lines, or even something brand new, or like it'd be interesting. And I'm also a part of the team that would love another Let's Go game. Like if they did Let's Go Johto, for example, I'd be screaming from the hills. I really enjoyed Let's Go. It was a nice change to what we were used to. I'm actually checking my copy. My Alpha Saphire was from around Christmas, or maybe my birthday. Earliest gift I got was the shiny Beldum, so I think it was my birthday from 2015. I do remember that. I think I still have the shiny on there, the shiny Beldum, and I think that's the only event I ever did. This copy is almost 10 years old. Yeah, I would check it, and hopefully it is working for you. Fingers crossed. Because yeah, a lot of the games, if you look it up, okay, it's working for you. That is amazing. Yeah, if you look it up, there's literally a whole thing about it. But they manufactured the game with weird chips, and they are prone to dying. Yeah, that was my only event that I did myself. You're gonna look a video at it now? I'm curious. Yeah, it was a whole thing. Luckily, my copy still works. It did give me a slight scare though. It kept loading up with a black screen, and I'm like, no, it's happening to me. No, but I just cleaned the chips on it, and it was fine. But I do back it up regularly anyway, so If it was to die, I'd be sad, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. At least I wouldn't be losing anything. Yeah, what do you think? It's a weird one. It's a scary one. Like, out of all the 3DS games to get manufactured, why did it have to be Pokemon? Checking your boxes, you don't think you have anything though? Either all in Homer. Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, cosplay Pikachu, yeah. Gosh, I miss that game. I say I miss it. I'm playing it. I do have Alpha Sapphire, which I never finished or got to. Maybe I did. Did I? I think I did finish Alpha Sapphire actually. Anyway, I'd be happy restarting Alpha Sapphire. I'm actually tempted after these 5 to see how far we got on Alpha Sapphire. I know, it'd be really cool. It's a nice little gimmick from the game. Yeah, I'm going to see what's on my Alpha Sapphire. Because you're just saying cosplay Pikachu has really made me want to play the game again. And you could fly Latios and Latias. You know, there was so much. Oh, there's still one more to do. We'll do this last egg. Because after all, this egg could be a shiny. You decided to check, and the E4 team I used for my first clear was Latias, the Lati Twins, Shiny Metagross, Spirit Team, Swampert, and of course Kyogre. Oh, nice. Solid team, that. Where even are all my Pokemon games? Here we go. Is this final one gonna be a... Oh, all my Pokemon games are here. Not a shiny. I have a feeling actually I might have overwrit the save file on Alpha Sapphire. But we'll see. I'm excited. Here we go, Alpha Sapphire. Watch this be broken. Well, it's loading up okay. You're glad Pokemon PKSM? Is that Pokemon Save Manager worked to reset the type? No. Given... So you can reset it without having to... Oh, that's all good. I didn't know you could do that with it. Okay. Yeah, I hacked this game. There's no way in 18 hours of gameplay I got 8 badges and 721 Pokemon completed. Yeah, so I think I hacked this to get the dex completed for the shiny charm. Yeah. I mean, I can always reset it. Let's see what I've got. I wish you could see. I wish you could see my team. Because you can only see the top screen. So, I've got 8 badges with this team. Are you ready? Cosplay Pikachu. Kyogre level 45. Fletchinder level 25. Latias level 42. And a Blaziken level 52. I wonder how I beat the decks and beat all of them, or everything, with just those Pokemon. Okay, I remember doing this. Getting everything ready for doing shiny hunts. So yeah, I've got all these ready to do shiny hunts. I wonder what this egg is. I want to see, when did I last play this? 2018, I last got this ready. That is mad. That is mad. Yeah, and everything, all the boxes are empty. Do I have a Ditto? Did I at least plan that properly? No. Oh. Okay, there is a Ditto, but is it a Japanese Ditto? No, it's not. Well, that wasn't very well planned. I mean, I can easily reset this game. Also, your game time for Alpha Sapphire is 282 hours and 34. Apparently so. Apparently so. Is that what that said? I didn't even notice that. Pound, lay, and absorb. Pound, lay, and absorb. It doesn't even know transform. Yeah, I would happily reset this game. It means I have to do the decks all over again. I've only done the decks once, and that was on my Omega Ruby save file, which is what we've been playing. But luckily, I've played that game since it came out. And that took forever. A lot of it was wonder trading. But yeah, I managed to get a downloaded save file. Yeah, I would have to now. It's impossible to do it without, I think. Which is what I did for this, so I could do different hunts. But I've not played it since. At least I know it still works, though. That is funny, though. I'm glad you recognise that. Pound, charm, and absorb on that Ditto. It's one of a kind. It's a one of a kind. It transformed, but it remembered all the moves from the last Pokemon it turned into. I'm trying to think if I'm missing any Pokemon games. I've got Alpha Sapphire, Ultra Moon, Sun, Ultra Sun, XY, Silver, Heart Gold, Platinum, Black 2, White 2, Pearl and Diamond. I think that's the whole catalogue for the DS and 3DS. Right. Idea, reset for a Legendary and Ultra Moon. I would love to do that. I would love to do that. Okay, so I've got 219 hours on this game. Diamond and Pearl, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black, White 2, X, Y, ORAS, Sun, Moon, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm quite lucky to have all of them. I've got so many hunts at my fingertips. And I'm here doing... Luckily though, I do have a DS capture card, so I normally do, when I'm doing my hunts, I normally do a Switch hunt. I'll do a egg hunt on my 3DS, and I'll do a reset on my... DS, so it will normally be for like a starter or something. Like I've managed to get a Cyndaquil, and I failed a Totodile on Heart Gold Soul Silver. I think if you do !fail or !Totodile, it'll play the clip. If you're interested in seeing me fail it, I was just chatting like we are now, and yeah, this is it, on the right hand side. You can't even hear me, but I was just chatting. And, oh, you can hear me. Look. Guys, did you just see that? No. Yeah, I know. I didn't expect, this is the thing, I didn't expect it. That's the thing, I didn't expect it. I was just chatting away, not even thinking. My body was in like autopilot. I was devastated. I was so upset. It almost made me not want to do the hunt again, but I managed to get it in the end. And then shortly after, I say shortly, it was definitely not shortly. But we managed to get a shiny Mareep. When did you reclaim it at? Oh, I cannot remember. Let me see if the clip is on here to play. But it was like maybe half a year later. I can't even remember what I got it at. It was I think it was still under odds. I'm going to play this, but this might not be it. Oh yeah, this is it. Yeah, it was still under odds. Look at me scribbling out my camera for the clip. Oh my god, guys, we did it! We did it! Yes! I was so happy. But I really wanted, the sad thing was, I really wanted Totodile. And I managed to get it under odds. But, you know, I still managed to get 2 shinies technically under odds, so I was quite happy. Is my Mareep on here? Oh yeah, it is.
Oh my god! Guys,
that was so loud, I'm so sorry.
oh my god!
I was panicked. I was so happy. Look at the number, 9,309. That was a very long hunt for me. That was so long. I was doing that hunt while playing other games. That's how desperate I was to get it. Your one and only full hunt odds was 1 out of 816. Was QREM in black and white, or was it black and white too? I think QREM is in black and white too, but don't count me on that. I'm sure you can get it in black and white, but it was black and white too that gave it 2 different versions. Either way, you got it in 940 resets. That's amazing. That was very under odds. Oh, you might be right. I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right on that. That is a nice shiny to have to say you've got. I do love reset hunts. The best one I've had was the best odds I've ever had, and I didn't have it on stream. It was before I recorded my shinies on Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, which I might have it here actually. Is it on this one? It should be. Let me just have a look. No, it's not here. It must be that Alpha Sapphire. Unless I might have traded it up actually. Yeah, I've traded it up. Yeah, it was one of the first hunts I ever did. And I got a Trico in 3 resets. I am not joking you. I swear to God. I wish I had it on record. I wish I streamed back then. Like, that's probably to this day one of the best hunts I've ever had. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I was quite lucky. I managed to get Trico in 3. And then I've done a reset for Snivy on Black and White 2 when I managed to get it in like... It was similar to the Cyndaquil. It was like, it's just over 2,000 I think. Your fastest hunt was Moltres in Let's Go Pikachu and get this 5 resets. Oh, that is awesome. And no charm. I need to play that game again as well. That was a fun game. Everyone just dropped off it really, didn't they? I think people got quite bored with it. Just because it was a lot, you know, the method was just standing around. But one of my streamer friends actually managed to get the full Pokedex in that game. Which I would definitely not have been able to. Like, I got quite bored of that shiny method quite quickly, but it was interesting, it was different. These will be my last 5 eggs for the time being. I'm just going to have to come off for a break, I reckon. Because it is coming up to 6 AM, but I'm not going to go to sleep because I'll be in bed all day. And it will mess up my sleeping pattern. You do hate Pokemon Lock shinies like Eevee and Pikachu and... others that literally can never be used. I know, it is silly. It would have been so nice. Like, I remember seeing people hacking the Switch and they managed to change the palette of Eevee to its silvery colour, and the whole of the internet went mental thinking like you could get it. But no, it was all a lie. And it is very silly. I don't know why they lock anything. Because they do it for events, really. I know those games never really got events, but they do it for events. I do think it's very silly, though. I get why. I do get why. It's to make exclusivity to the game and make people come back and play it. It makes sense. But... just release new Pokemon. Withhold Pokemon. I didn't like that they did that for X and Y when they withheld Hooper and the other 2, which I cannot remember the name of them. But, you know, do something like that instead. Give it that kind of exclusivity instead of taking the shinies away. Or at least in future games give us the ability to, which is what they haven't done with Violet and Scarlet. As far as I'm aware, like, I could be wrong. Example, Type Null, available on both Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon, yet locked in Sword and Shield, and even locked Cosmog, even though they're fully evolved, isn't even locked in... it's silly. Who makes these ideas? Who makes the rules? Like one of the hunts I really want to do is Runaway Mew, but I can't do that without an action replay. So I will have to pirate the game and do it that way on Pokemon Emerald. Because it was exclusive to Japan only. Poipole not locked either in Ultra Sun and Moon, but next game, hey, let's lock Poipole. Was it? Could you get Poipole by egg hatches? No, I don't think you could you? Oh wow, there's a way to do it without action replay. That would be amazing. Because Runaway Mew, like, Mew is one of my favourite Pokemon ever in shiny form. I just love its little blue face. Poipole is locked in Sword and Shield. It's weird how they do that. It's weird why they do it. Like, why? This will be my last egg, but I'll stick around for that link. And if you're about later on, I will probably be streaming. Because I'm definitely not going to sleep, but I'm just going to go get some things sorted before I do stream. And I'm going to try and stay up most of the day. That's so cool though, I didn't even know you could do Mew Runaway without needing a action replay. Because as far as I'm aware, it's the only legit way to get a shiny Mew, is that right? Unless you can shiny hunt the Sword and Shield. Is it Sword and Shield? It's not Sword and Shield, it's Diamond and Pearl remakes, where they give you a Mew for having save file. Oh wow. Oh, a Japanese cartridge. I mean, luckily I can get one of those, I think, because my friend lives in Japan. Oh, thank you so much for that. It's really kind of you to get that link for me. Oh wow. 36 minutes, but I will be watching that. Right, Lego Baylove, thank you so much for popping in and chatting. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. I hope you have an awesome day if I don't speak to you again. Oh, well, I don't know why that just did that a million times, but thank you so much for that follow. I do really appreciate that. Welcome to the Dead Ghost Pixels community officially. Good luck with your type null hunt. Fingers crossed you managed to get it under odds. Welcome to Pokemon Cart. Yes, exactly. I don't know why that's not going now, but thank you for following. It is enjoying, Pikachu just enjoying rubbing his little face there. But again, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. Thanks again for that link. I am going to now go watch that while I sort myself out. If you're around later on, I will hopefully be here if I don't manage to fall asleep, as that is not my intended thing to do. But yeah, well, take care, and we'll speak to you very soon.